Welcome back to Weather Nation. We are celebrating 2 years of amazing discoveries with the James Webb Space Telescope. Here to help us celebrate is Dr. Amber Straughn. She's the project scientist for the James Webb Space Telescope. Thanks so much for joining us today, Dr. Straughn. We appreciate your time. It's been an amazing 2 years since the Webb Telescope unfolded as all of us were kind of holding our breath, hoping that everything was working well. Can you tell us about what the last 2 years have brought to the scientific community? What kind of data we've received and what we've learned?
Well, it's been an incredible 2 years. The telescope is working amazingly. It's working better than we expected. And it's been 2 years of scientific discovery that has been incredible. So we've been able to look back in time and see some of the first galaxies that were born after the Big Bang. So this is what JWST was specifically designed to do, is to sort of lift the curtain on the early universe and be able to see these early galaxies. And what we're finding there is actually surprising us. We're finding galaxies that are bigger and brighter than we expected. There are more of them than we expected. They have huge black holes. So there's still a lot we have to learn, but it's been one of the most interesting discoveries for me as a scientist that have come back. And we've also been able to learn incredible things about planets, both planets within our solar system and planets that are outside our solar system. So planets that are orbiting other stars. And one of the things this telescope is able to do amazingly well is to watch a planet as it passes in front of its star, look at the starlight as it filters through the planet's atmosphere. And from that, we're able to learn details about what are in these planetary atmospheres. It's been absolutely incredible. 2 years of amazing science already.
And to celebrate the 2-year anniversary, we got a beautiful new image today of two galaxies interacting with one another. I believe they're the penguin and the egg. So can you tell us about this new image and what it's showing us?
Yeah, this incredible new image is showing us basically a dramatic cosmic dance of galaxies. So the penguin and the egg are two galaxies that have gotten close enough that they're gravitationally interacting. So most galaxies, like our Milky Way, sit relatively undisturbed in space, but occasionally two galaxies get close enough where they interact, and that's what we're seeing here.
And I got to throw a dad joke at you real quick. Which came first, the penguin or the egg?
I don't know, you'll have to tell me.
All right. Well, what are we hoping to learn from James Webb in the future? What is the goal? What's the ultimate thing we hope to learn from James Webb's time in space?
Well, we have a whole host of things we want to learn. First of all, we are really interested to study more about these early galaxies that we are finding that are presenting such a mystery to us of how the universe got started, how the galaxies got started. And so we hope to be able to use more data to help us better put together that story of how galaxies got their start. And then we'll also have a whole host of exoplanet studies. We're going to study more about these planets that are orbiting other stars to help us on our search for life in the universe.
Now, James Webb is working in tandem with telescopes here on Earth and other telescopes we already have. How is it doing that, and how does that help us kind of learn more or peer more into things that maybe James Webb can't do itself?
Well, the universe is filled with light. It's filled with light that's both redder than what our eyes can see and bluer than the bluest our eyes can see. And so by building telescopes in specific ways, we're able to build them such that they see these different parts of light in the electromagnetic spectrum. The Webb telescope sees infrared light that's a little bit more red than our eyes can see. And that allows us to do incredible things like see through dust clouds where stars are being born. And then other telescopes in space and on the ground are able to study different parts of light. And so by studying all of these different kinds of light that fills the universe, we're able to put together a more complete story of how the universe works.
Fantastic. I love keeping up with these images. They're so beautiful to look at, all the things you can see by zooming in. What's the best way to see the newest imagery from James Webb and to follow along?
You can find all of our images and follow along with all the great things we have planned on our website, nasa.gov/web, and on the social media channels at NASA Web.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today, Dr. Amber Straughn. She's the project scientist for the James Webb Space Telescope.